Welcome to Squatch-D TV, where the truth is first before all else. Join your hosts, veteran investigator, TV personality, and author Steve Kulls, and from the Kentucky Bigfoot Research Project and the Kentucky Fried Fixes channel, Chris Bennett. Sit back and prepare to take yourself on a journey with the longest-running Bigfoot podcast, Squatch-D TV. Here are your hosts, Steve and Chris.
Hey everybody, it's December 28th here at the Squatch-D TV studio, and it is our New Year's show 2025, the Bigfoot Research Year in Review. And of course, I'm with the host, with the co-host, with the most, Mr. Chris Bennett right down there. Hello, Mr. Bennett.
Hey, Steve, man, we're having summertime right now. It's like in the 70s today. It's beautiful weather.
Not here. We're getting an ice storm tomorrow.
Well, I mean, we'll probably be getting that too, but it has been very warm today. It makes me kind of wonder, is global warming a thing? I think it is. I believe it is. We can have more.
It's not.
We can have
if you
more.
Live up here,
more,
there's no
more.
global warming. It's a nice, crisp 23 degrees right here.
I mean, usually winter times are cold. Yeah, man. Usually winter times are pretty cold here, especially in January is typically the coldest month. But here we are, December, the end of December.
Well, according to this, it says we're getting heavy snow right now.
Oh, okay.
But we're not supposed to get snow. Hang on.
He's gonna go outside and check the weather. Oh man. Hey guys, golly, a bunch of people already in here. Hey, we'll go through the roll call when Steve gets back. He's the only one that can follow the chat without it getting lost. I always get lost every time. But thanks for hanging out with us.
It's lying. We're not getting any snow right now.
Oh, okay.
We're not supposed to get snow. I don't know why it says heavy snow. We're not even a flake out there.
Well,
Thing
would
lied.
the weatherman lie?
No, it's not even the weatherman. It's the stupid Google, Microsoft weather.
Well, yeah. I think that's their job to misrepresent stuff, I think.
Why does it say Victory? I don't live in Victory. It's close by, but it says...
Maybe you've got it set on Nome, Alaska. I bet you they're probably getting some snow.
What a crock.
But, man, I'm not complaining about this weather. I know it'll probably...
Even my Alexa says it's snowing out, and it's not.
Well, we'll probably have ice and snow.
We must be
maybe.
in the bubble.
Maybe it's just not happening in your neighborhood. You're protected by goodwill.
I really don't feel like running the snowblower tomorrow again.
Well, I mean, it's good for it. You need to break it in.
I gotta say, third time I used it, primed it 3 times, one crank started right up.
Oh, that's great. I love it when the power equipment starts with one pull. That's the way it should be.
Second time it took 3 pulls. I don't know why.
Oh, yeah.
The third time it was like, all right.
Had to get some gas up in there working around, yeah. Plus, it's brand new. I mean, you're breaking it in. It's going to take a while.
So anyway, yeah, we got a lot to talk about tonight. But first, let's go to our chat room first and see who is checked in for the evening.
Yeah. I noticed there's a lot of people in there. The chat is hopping, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
So anyway, we're going to start. No, we're going to start. I just want to rewind the music. Here we go. So in our chat tonight, we have, of course, first in is Walter Kroll. Hello, Walter. Good to see you. Roy Longley, what's going on? Grant Rasha, how are you? The Mighty Mick is in the house.
Mick.
Pat Collins, what's going on, brother? Danny Weeks, Southern Sierra Bigfoot is here. Johnny, what's going on?
Hey, Johnny. Hope you're feeling better.
Yes. Patrick Barron, hello. The Beatron, Grasshopper in the house. Don Gumow Jr. is lurking.
Hey, Don.
Jen, our bouncer, is
Jen.
here as well. And I'm trying to get this adjusted because with the new cans, I'm getting a different sound here. But I sound good on this end, right? My mic sounds good.
It sounds fine to me, but you know how that works out, though.
Yeah. So, of course, our bouncer Jen is in with her office assistant Baron. Sandra Piper, what's going on?
Sandra?
Who else we got going in? Anybody else check in? Reverend Quantum Bigfoot, hello from across the pond.
Hey, Rev, it was like 20-some people.
Monster. Hello, Susie Monster.
Hey,
Arthur
Susie.
Watch in the house.
Arthur?
Good to see you, Arthur. Grant Rasha, what's happening? Grant is in here.
Grant.
Central Kentucky. Bigfoot Matt, how you been,
Hey, Matt.
brother? Who else? We got Karen Fisher. Hello, Karen. Gary Johnson, what's happening? Roker Gepta
Karen?
is also
Gary?
here. Roker, good to see you
Roker?
again, brother. Get Duck 17. Hello, Get Duck. Good to see you.
Welcome. Yeah, my chat is not scrolling for me, so I'm kind of stuck down here at the bottom. I see
All right, we got it.
Southern Sierra Bigfoot. I don't know if you...
That's Danny Weeks, yes.
Oh, that's Danny? Okay, all right. Danny, you keep
It's amazing how
changing
you
on
keep
me.
all this in the coconut rolling pretty well.
Well, you're doing better than I am. Especially, well, at least tonight I didn't get lost because I couldn't scroll up in the chat. It's stuck down here at the bottom. I don't know what's going on.
Your chat stuck?
Yeah, well, I can move it up a little bit and then it just stops. Okay, whoa, it jerked there. That's why I said before, I think the chat's hopping because, of course, this computer is not like one of the newest things that's ever happened. I think last time this thing was new when so was President Obama. He was new in the office. So this thing has had seen its day.
Well, I got a Panasonic Toughbook. I think was around during the Clinton years, but it's been refurbed and remodeled into a Windows 11 machine with SSD drive and Bluetooth. And
that's what I do. I keep the
Wi-Fi
old stuff. And, we give it some love. We update some parts every now and then, we try to keep it around because I hate to throw something away just because it's got a little age on it,
Well, sorry about the ads, folks. Sometimes they happen from time to time. It's how we keep in business here and amongst the membership as well. But
well, I wouldn't think they would do ads during the live, though.
They do.
Do they?
We do mid-roll ads.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's part of it. Unfortunately, so we can maintain our extravagant lifestyle.
That's right.
We have to make our payment on the third Mercedes with the mid-roll. So.
Right.
Yeah. Don't believe that. It's not
well,
true.
I had planned to go do some car maintenance tomorrow, but the weather is going to throw a hitch into that. So I'm going to have to get extra up early Tuesday to.
Well, I thought about doing some tractor maintenance today because it was so warm, but I didn't. It's Sunday. We don't work on Sunday.
We don't work any day. We don't work any day of the week.
Well, that's true. This is not work. This is enjoyment, and I love the fellowshipping with everybody too. They're such a great bunch of people in our audience. It's just every time I look at those guys, I can't help but feel so honored and humbled, that they would come and choose to hang out with us. On
Mr. Khan just walked in, Grunny Goo Goo, and Robert Dendu.
Morris.
So,
oh man!
In case anybody here, I don't know if Grant heard, but as of the 12th of January, I go back to being an investigator again.
Yeah.
So that is what's going on for next year, which is going to allow me a little more time to. I always seem to have a little more time when I'm doing the investigation business stuff to do this because I can work my schedule around what we do. It's not like literally if I wanted to do a podcast Monday through Friday, I could do that now.
No, we don't got.
But we're not doing that. No.
I wish there was enough Bigfoot news that we could talk about Bigfoot every day.
Well, there is.
Talk about the new thing,
So let's talk about 2025 and how this year started with a concussion for Steve.
Yeah.
During the when I got hit by that speeding driver.
Boom.
And spun me around. And luckily, I didn't have any injuries. But the airbag did deploy and give me a good bonk on the nose. And for the next day, I was kind of foggy. I forget what even day of the week that was. But anyway, so that's how my year started with the concussion.
That's nice.
But then the year shaped up to be looking really well.
Yeah.
But we did have the emergence of a new bad player in the Bigfoot field, and that was Robert Maxwell, a.k.a. Cabin in the Woods, who had been slowly building himself to be a Bigfoot experiencer, or whatever you want to call it. Claiming to have an experience when he was a younger child, and then having an experience with his family. And there's no real provenance to any of it. And greetings to John Wilk. Hello, John. Good to see you.
Hey, John.
And Wandering Lorax also came slinking in too.
Good to see you.
So that was the big pipeline of the beginning of the year. And of course, there was the Todd Standing Challenge, which he failed to come on the show. Then there was the Robert Maxwell Challenge, which he failed to come on the show.
No, those guys are not coming on here. No.
So we have continued. These people want to provide content, but not provide context.
We've already got some questions here, Steve. Can I put a couple of these up?
Go right ahead.
Well, first of all, Grant says, Steve, do you want to invest in my daycare, healthcare, and non-medical transport business?
In other words, you're gonna sit in the back of the car while I drive you around.
That's.
I
think that was in response to us making millions off of mid-roll ads.
That is correct. Yes.
Okay,
I got to sell my bridge. I'm selling the Verrazano Bridge down in New York.
The next one's from.
I for years have not, only in special rare occasions, like when I was running my own private business, I spied. I was a spy. For most of my years, I worked in what they call the special investigations units. So I am the interrogator, the interviewer, the guy who maps out the accidents, maps out the arsons, maps out the burglaries, and looks at very high-end type of wrongful death investigation, stuff like that.
So it's not like you're peeping in windows and stuff.
No.
Yeah, I got you.
Which, by the way, is illegal. As a PI, you can't look where there's an expectation of privacy. For example, if somebody has a privacy fence, you can't jack a camera up and put it over. You can't put a drone up and fly over and videotape them in the yard, because there's an expectation of privacy in certain areas. So that is first and foremost. Now, if somebody is doing something in an open window that's fully in view of the street, that's perfectly legal. But if you do anything to enhance that, like, for example, walk up on a person's property and put the camera in the window, that's no bueno.
Yeah, I remember there's got to be, it's something about the reasonable expectation of privacy. You can't look beyond that. Yeah.
So if you're canoodling in the front window of your living room and for all to see, you're going to get caught.
But now if you're standing there naked in front of your front window with the curtains open and all the lights on in the house, somebody's going to see you. You can't have any reasonable expectation of privacy.
You get charged with indecent exposure, or you get the charge reduced to assault with a friendly weapon.
Somebody's making some phone calls. Yeah. Somebody's making some phone calls, guaranteed. Those things happen. Sorts of things happen in big cities, especially in apartment buildings. People will open up their curtains and expose themselves to the world in their birthday suits. Oh my gosh. I wouldn't want people to see me naked. Gary Johnson says it's the same old grind. They can't find Bigfoot. Wow. How come How come I can when I did my ordeal? Oh, forgot to hold Bigfoot to hide better. Okay.
Chris liked that one with the assault with the friendly weapon one.
Oh no.
Yeah, so cabin in the woods. Maxwell goes out with Todd Standing for 6 days, and apparently the trailer got rocked. And okay.
Oh, real? I didn't know this. This is the thing. This happened.
Yeah, I haven't actually looked at the video yet.
I haven't either. Yeah.
Gobsmacked by. Of course, something amazing was going to happen.
Well, I mean, you've got two people there that they're, if nothing happens, they can make something happen. So you're gonna expect something you got to expect something to happen.
I don't know. I just don't know.
I don't know who's been around longer.
Well, he has been around for a couple of years, but in the last, say, 10 months, he's really making it. And what he's doing, he's actually having the balls to post this stuff on Facebook, including the coalition page. And the coalition page has a lot of skeptics. And you know what? He does not respond to any negative comments. He doesn't respond to even good comments a lot of times.
Yeah.
He just puts it up there and forgets about it. Of course, that's what you do when, you're shucking, stories.
Oh, well.
And year after year, it gets very tiring to look at all these channels like NVTV, the Rocky Mountain Oysters, and Maxwell, when they're just shucking garbage at you constantly.
Yeah.
But I did a little bit of a deep dive, Chris, on how they do it. And the reason why they get hits. And the reason why is very simple, is that they have content which often has three traits that the algorithm loves. High click-through rates because of exaggerated claims and thumbnails. Strong emotional reactions that drive comments, even angry ones. And low production friction so they can post frequently. So,
yeah, Rev, they get a lot of subs. Yeah.
And advertisers care more for scale and emotional arousal than the truth. As long as the video does not cross explicit policy lines, YouTube shows profit from high-volume channels, click-heavy speculation, and content that sparks arguments in the comments. And YouTube will not protect the viewers from bad information unless it threatens regulators, advertisers, brand safety. And, of course, this type of Bigfoot nonsense does not trigger those alarms.
Well, I think, Rev, the reason why those guys get a lot of subscribers is because they're cheerleading for hoaxes. And
what they're doing is their metrics passively reward behavior that happens to be bad because it aligns with their metrics. Yeah. That is in a nutshell.
Well, not when you think about it. Okay, there's going to be more people watch and click like on a video if you're watching the video and you're saying, "Oh yeah, this is it. This is, undeniable proof that Bigfoot exists." This video, and you keep on promoting that kind of stuff, even though we can look at it in 2 seconds and know it's a hoax.
So I'm glad that our 9,080 subscribers we're up to right now. I'm glad they've hung in with us because our viewers know what they're getting, right?
Yeah. Right.
They click intentionally and not impulsively. What's happening is on a lot of these channels, like Standing's stuff and Maxwell stuff and whatever, people are clicking impulsively. They're not clicking intentionally. They see a story, they click on it, and that's what's grabbing their attention, right? The algorithm prefers uncertainty. So you got to understand that. It wants videos that cause people who are not looking for the topic to click anyway. Sensational channels constantly pull in new, uncommitted views that expands recommendation pools, which, and ours just happens to be tight and stable. So that's why we get fewer test impressions that are issued.
Yeah.
The other thing is binge chains. A viewer watches our show, thinks, and they leave. A viewer that watches like Cabin in the Woods, RMSO style content, they get emotionally primed and click 3 more related videos out of anger or curiosity, right? The algorithm measures these as what they call session contribution. So even if your watch time per video is solid, which ours is, you often do not extend the session. So in YouTube's eyes, our videos are less valuable than theirs because it draws them less dinero.
Well, people want to see the video, and then that explains that such and such, this is a hoax, and this is exactly why this is a hoax. Here's the receipts,
Right.
Then they're like, man, bummer. They're kind of bummed out, and they leave. That's it.
So coming this year, if you see thumbnails that are a little bit different than what we've done, or titling that's a little bit different, we've started changing some of the titles in some of our shows. I'm trying to reach out to people's curiosity and emotion rather than to, here's what you're going to get tonight. And the reason being is that I think once people get onto our content, they're going to stay, because people, it may not hit their emotional, it'll hit them emotionally when they realize they're being lied to on a lot of these things. And that's an emotion. When you're lied to, it creates an emotion. Well, what else am I being lied to about? So that's what we need to drive upon. What's the matter, Chris?
Finding the trackways. I'm here. Let's party. Okay.
All right.
Hang on it. There we go.
Finding the trackways here. I think we're going to leave this as his theme music now.
Congratulations and welcome aboard. It's good to see you. Oh, we're doing the intro again?
No, that's actually not the intro.
Oh, man. I can't see. Oh, that's Lori. Hey, Lori. Good to see you. Yeah.
Lori, hello. Grass, what's all a lie?
Well, I know what my favorite episode. Well, let me say episode. I want to say my favorite evidence was for this year. What was your favorite evidence of 2025 so far? It ain't over yet.
Well, of course, we stand remiss without Project Forest Stalker coming to life in 2025. And I think I've looked at some of the most impressive evidence, and it comes from Washington. The ones that I find really that are compelling are not even my own, but the ones that come from Washington and the ones that come from Kentucky. They really wow.
We can't talk about those.
Can't talk about them.
I'm talking about the ones that we mentioned.
No. I'm not mentioning them any further than that, but I'm just saying that going forward, that's there are some things about Project Forest Stalker moving forward that are positive, and there's one thing that's negative that's really being hung up on right now. That's why I've been kind of quiet about it. Is apparently I'm not shaking the tree enough.
Did you get that thing I sent you?
Yes, I did.
Okay, I wanted to make sure.
So I'm going to be running that through. I'm sure it will pass. Sure it'll pass.
I believe it will too.
Anyhow, I'm sorry to talk cryptically on the radio
Sorry,
about
guys.
cryptids. But yes, of course, we have the capture from Missouri, which I thought was really good.
That was my favorite there. Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
And there is a good guy. I gotta talk to Will again this week. We've been playing phone tag with one another.
Yeah. It's not a misidentification. There's something actually there. It has good size to it. So we're left with either one or of two outcomes. It's either a very large someone in a very nice suit,
yeah.
or it's the real
boils
thing.
down to it's either a Bigfoot or it's not.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But it's real. I'm really hard pressed to say it's a human being at this point.
It's not a cow or a moose or something misidentified, or a bear. No, it's
Right. Yeah. It's not a bear, not a horse. Somebody tried to say, well, maybe it's the back end of a horse. No, I don't think so.
no.
Idea. I mean, it's an idea, and I understand people, you know, and hey, listen, that's a good thing. People are putting on their thinking, critical
You've got to be
thinking
skeptical.
caps.
Amen.
And I have been around and around with this thing, and the patty butt was amazing. that people thought it was walking towards the camera. It was actually walking away from the camera. Or it was walking towards the camera and it turned. And that's what we caught it in the process of doing. So, yeah, definitely that was the highlight of the year. We actually had gotten something that had some traction to it, which is a good thing.
And Helix says, what's up with the alleged Expedition Bigfoot video? Man, I wouldn't trust that as far as I could throw a banana, a 500-pound banana. I've not seen it, but it doesn't matter. I would not trust anything they come out with. I'm sorry, but that's the facts. Yeah.
Pancho Sorth is here too. He's lurking.
Pancho.
Yeah. So that one definitely, as far as the Expedition Bigfoot video. Listen, after what they pulled on the first season with no explanation, I don't trust it. Oh, we're deep in the woods. No, you're at the Antoine Ranch.
Yes.
So that for me loses all credibility. It was kind of like, and thank God that show did not get reused, like Alaskan Killer Bigfoot.
I want to see if I can look this up real quick because I'm not sure that I've seen anything new.
Right, but we can't probably show that here.
No, not going to show it. I just want to see what he's talking about here. Alrighty, I know that guy. Yeah.
You know, the funny thing
that's 20 minutes long. I'm not watching this, dude. Oh, okay. Was it a thermal hit? Because boy, that's weak.
Yep. John just said EB total fake.
Yeah. I'm with you, John.
The other I kind of lost my train wreck of thought, but AI Bigfoot. That somebody said, number of fakes. Yeah, there are a number of fakes on there, but you know what? If you look at them, I can tell all of them that are AI. That's AI. That's AI. That's AI. To me, having that eye, to me, it's not a big deal. It's just like people are putting these Bigfoot. And you know what? The funny thing is again, one of the things that I revealed this year was the scam that's going on is why do we have so many of these Bigfoot groups that have been created from India or Indonesia? They're doing something, and I think what they're doing is they're trying to harvest Facebook profiles. And they're putting a lot of this AI Bigfoot garbage up, and that's they're doing to generate people to make comments so they can exploit that. Okay, I got a name here. Can I make a clone of it?
Yeah.
Can I try to break into it? Can I claim I'm a friend and every once in a while you'll get a message. Hey, listen, I can't get into my Facebook account. Can you do this for me and click on this link and just put in your passcode so I can get into my Facebook account? No.
I need to turn my mic down. Hang on just a second.
That's true. I think mine is down a little bit. I just put mine back up a little bit.
Can you turn mine down a little bit?
There we go. All right. That's a little better. Okay.
Okay. Is mine better now? Don't want it to be louder than Steve at all. No. I'm sorry, guys, if I was too loud.
You're right. And here's the thing, folks. Something that I have learned is that when I go to Facebook and I see 5,000 AI Bigfoot pictures and people, I kind of just put them aside. unless they're trying to show some type of provenance with a story and yada yada, and then we can expose it here on the channel. But for the most part, I'm only looking for the real stuff, the real close stuff, the stuff that, like we had the Kentucky video this year. We did the video from Kentucky earlier in the year. Remember that one, Chris?
Oh yeah, yeah, the one you ran through the sound check.
Ran through the sound and the video, and we did all the measurements, and
Pretty interesting.
right, yeah. Because that one looked like it had some provenance, and it wasn't AI, it wasn't something like that.
Yeah.
I'm worrying more about those AI videos where you see the Bigfoot walking through the mountainside, and it just seems to be going, gliding instead of having any point. We've looked at those too.
That one, the one from Kentucky, was a close second. Okay, I really like that, but because it was in a populated, a residential area there, albeit, okay, it's a house out in the woods, all right?
And in a lighted area too.
Yeah, that was kind of a,
And it just kind of stood there, never. And then when you look at all the minutia behind it, all the items that were blocking its actual height, so you could only see it from like the chest up.
Yeah, kind of.
And it didn't really move.
It looked suspicious a little bit.
Right.
But it pretty interesting. But the one in Missouri though, that was.
But then again, look, the one in Kentucky, we had no provenance. We had no where it was shot, what time it was shot, who shot it. We had none of that. The location it was shot at, the time it was shot at. We have none of that.
No.
But then we have Will's Missouri encounter.
Yeah.
And we have all the information right here. Hey, please take all the information from me. I'll give you everything. Here it is.
Yeah.
I want to know what this is too.
Nothing secrative about
exactly.
this,
and to me, that speaks volumes.
With the one
and instead, some folks will lump him into the other folks. No, this stands out because of the fact that the guy is willing to put his whole life out there. I mean, when we had him on the show, he said what he did, his family and the properties around it and everything. You don't get that from people that are trying to pull a hoax. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, man. Gary Johnson says, AI, in my opinion, bringing awareness to what is out there and making the skeptic to think what if. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but skeptics, but you see, Gary, the problem is skeptics do not think what if.
No, they don't.
They want hard facts and evidence. If you go back, look at the couple of shows we did with Ben Ranford, who is a good friend of mine, even though he's on the other end of the balance beam here.
Yes.
Right? Doesn't matter. It's nothing personal. Right. We are both professionals. We are both friendly guys, both good people. And there is, there is that dilemma, that it doesn't, critics or skeptics do not think, if they don't believe, putting an AI Bigfoot is not going to persuade them to believe. What's going to make them persuade to be believed is the evidence. Evidence, not excuses. Where have we heard that one before?
The stuff that comes out is undeniable is what they need.
Mr. Max Cat 32, welcome. Checking in 8 miles from Green Swamp, Central Florida. Hello,
all right, welcome.
Welcome.
Max Cat. All right.
So that's so yeah, AI has taken really big steps in the Bigfoot world, but to some and to most, we'll say it's for the negative. For those who have worked with it, used it as a tool, I would say it's been more for the positive.
Yeah. But they can create more realistic fake Bigfoot videos. Right. The only problem is we can tell. It's the person
behind the keyboard that you have to have faith in.
Yeah.
Right. A nameless person putting an AI photo or video out on Facebook or even YouTube, hiding behind a screen name without a real name, guess what? That is not going to be trusted at all.
Walter says, you think you trained us well, Steve. Context matters. A picture without all the backup along with it is useless. Yeah. Very good, Walter. Absolutely. Got to have the details. Just the facts, ma'am. Just the facts.
Thank you, Walter. And
Oh,
thank you, Mick.
Wow, Mick, thank you so much. Mick gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much.
Hey, you notice, Chris, I'm keeping my hand off the mouse today and letting you do the chat. I'm kind of, I got other buttons. I got to have something to play with, so I got other buttons, which is why sometimes you'll hear,
I think it's funny. I mean, when we...
Everywhere. Poop.
When you put it up and I click on it at the same time and it takes it down, then I click on it again to put it up and you've clicked on it again to take it down. It's kind of funny. We have the mouse wars there.
Put Gary's comment up there.
Didn't Patty get the ball rolling for all to see?
Good question. I would say yes. But what really got the ball rolling was Jerry Crew in that big footprint. That's what got the ball rolling, and it led right into eventually the Patterson film.
Right. And a lot of people think, well, Wallace probably made that footprint, but none of his stompers looked anything like that.
And by the way, though, with this extra time, we're going to be doing a lot more stuff with the membership area. I'm sorry we haven't been really floating a lot of stuff in there too often, but now I have more. Now I actually have more time and not a time frame. Well, welcome. Corn Cops say, hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, well, no, we're not going to do a New Year's Eve special this year, I don't think.
Nah.
I think, Danny, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Danny Weeks gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much. Southern Sierra Bigfoot. Thank you so much, Danny.
What I like about doing the membership is putting those investigation videos in there. That's...
Yeah. Jonathan says, Wallace stompers are easily identifiable.
And
they look
nothing like Jerry Crews.
Right. Yeah, it's got the squared toes, and even that one's got the line, which is a crack in the wood, runs down. In
fact,
I can't remember what is Onion Mountain or Blue Mountain Tracks or something.
In fact, if you haven't gotten a good Christmas gift for your loved one, let me remind you that we talk about the Wallace track and do a study on that in this book. So, and we look at the pictures and we actually do a very good scientific analysis of that. So, and it's only 400 pages.
Well,
Hey, Lori Gibbs got a membership too.
Yeah, Lori, great.
Good deal. But
sometimes I get in the mood to read, and I'll pick up a book and I can't put it down. Then other times I'm like, oh, okay, about 30 or 40 pages, I need to rest the eyes. For some reason, I had to start wearing these stupid things when I read now. And used to it didn't have to be that way. So I guess I must be getting too young or something. I don't know what it is.
Too young.
Oh, Jonathan says Cliff has a display in his museum about the Wallace tracks. I would like to get out there and check that out.
Well, Boris, have a good dinner and raise a glass for me and cheer all to your health.
Be careful, Boris. See you next time, man. I would like to get out there to check out Cliff's museum, but this is going to be one of the RV things that, I'm still looking for. And they're still about $500 million. So no, we're not doing that.
But throughout 2025, we had some great conferences this year, and the addition of a couple of new ones for me.
Mm-hmm.
Hocking Hill's been there, but this is the first year we went to the Vinton County Fairgrounds. That was a good time.
Yeah,
it's only going to get better. There is, of course, we had the New York Bigfoot Conference, which is the weekend after the Whitehall Sasquatch Calling Festival.
Yeah.
And there's a difference between a festival and a conference. People think they're the same thing. A festival is where everybody can take part and enjoy and partake in the folkloric and the fun stuff about Bigfoot and Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Whereas a conference is more geared to being educated about the Sasquatch. Yes, festivals will have sections, but they're not the main attractions necessarily to a Bigfoot festival.
Now, at the Park City Festival, they did have a lot of good presentations. They were really good. Taters, David Wickham had a great one.
I got news for you, Chris.
What's that?
That one may be coming to me soon.
Oh, really?
Not official yet, but I've been told by unofficial channels that you never know, Steve. You might be going to Kentucky this year for a new gig. Of course, next year I am going to Maine the third weekend of October.
Yeah.
For the Maine Bigfoot Conference. I'm looking so much forward. I'll be meeting Lauren Coleman for the first time. I'm pretty sure he'll be there. And, of course, also speaking with me on the dais will be my good friend Alex Petikoff.
Yeah.
So that'll be awesome to see Alex again. And
Alex gave a great presentation. You know, he put up all those Alaska photos up on the screen. It was awesome. It was like you were there. You know, you're seeing the photos of Alaska on the big screen, like, oh, wow. Yeah. You're actually there seeing this.
Yeah. And Alex is one of those guys that, you know, has shared files. And John Wilk, too, as well. You know, we're always, we're always sharing and swapping files of our evidence and listening to it. And mum's the word. I mean, you know, that's the one thing that at least the circles I have, everybody is great with being mum about what needs to be done. Except me. I tend to leak little cryptic messages out, but not from other people's stuff. From my own project, yes.
Alex is a cool dude, and he was very popular over at the Park City Festival. I mean, we had to kick back and wait like 15 minutes before.
All right, Gary's got another question.
Gary says, does the woo side scare people? WTH and why?
To me, the woo is sorry, Gary. This is where we digress.
I wouldn't think it would be scary.
I do not believe in the woo side of Bigfoot. I think you're either experiencing something paranormal that may be manifesting as a Bigfoot to trick you.
I don't know. I'm skeptical.
It could be other side effects of things like infrasound. And infrasound has taken a whole new meaning for us this year, hasn't it, Chris?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
But there are the point is there are a lot of other reasons that are scientific explanations for why someone may have some sort of effects, you know, during a sighting. Right. And it may explain why, you know, that they did that. It doesn't have to be magical.
I've had 2 Bigfoot experiences really and a number of close calls. And a couple of equipment sightings, you know, once on a thermal, once on a night vision scope, or actually twice on a night vision scope, once on a thermal. And not a one single time can I attribute that to anything described as woo.
Grant said, I don't get scared in the woods, but I do prepare myself for a battle. Yes.
Yes. I think what happens is when you're in the woods or certain areas, remember what came before us, folks, before us Europeans. There was a lot of stuff going on here with the Native Americans and a lot of stuff. So there are opportunities for different types of phenomenon to intermingle.
Oh, boy. Mick don't want him to talk about that.
Yeah, Mick doesn't like infrasound.
That's okay. That's fine.
It's okay. Although, do you know a gorilla uses infrasound? Very close. Subsonic. Very subsonic. 30 hertz. Gorilla gets down low is 30 hertz. 20 hertz is infrasound.
That's close. Yeah. Close.
That's close.
And Gary says, okay, and why did I come across a lot of paranormal?
Well, Gary, you may have to look inward. See, as a paranormal, and don't forget, Gary, I was a paranormal investigator. I ran my own paranormal group from 2013 through 2019, and was a member of another group from 2010 to 2013. So for a decade, I was part of the paranormal community. And what you don't understand is that you may not be finding it; it may be finding you, and that's why I think that happens. Something is attached to you. And in paranormal, we talk about sometimes of what we call attachments. And what happens is if somebody wants to embrace something hard enough, something that will want to attach itself to you will. And that's the basic gist of that. So to me, there's very normal explanations either from the paranormal side, the actual woo side, and the side of science.
Grant says, I don't believe in the paranormal. How can anything so cray-cray have normal in it? Well, there's nothing wrong, Grant. There's nothing wrong with being skeptical. I am skeptical too. But even I have experienced things that I can't really explain scientifically. Right. So, right. I have to admit that much. But am I a firm believer in the paranormal? No. But I have experienced some weird things.
Right. And, like I said, and we played them here before on the show.
Yeah.
Some of the EVPs I've actually gotten from some of my paranormal investigations that can't explain. Like a little girl talking. This is interesting.
Yeah, Gary says, I did walk into something freezing cold. So,
well, I know you wrote freezing cold as hell, but hell isn't cold.
Well,
maybe New York, freezing cold is New York. That would be more, that would be more accurate. That's scary. But.
Well, there are things that can cause temperature changes in nature, that is very common.
Very true. But I think he could be talking about, I've had that happen in there too, where I've been in a building and all of a sudden the whole room drops like 3-4 degrees.
Yes.
For no reason at all.
Right.
And then you step 10 feet and the 3-4 degrees goes back up, and it's in one particular area with no open windows. No. I mean, there is some things on the paranormal side that are really hard to explain.
Well, I do have a
no, not a cold air event, Grant. Don't you think that, you see, here's the kicker. If you think my team didn't go in scientifically, we did. We would go in, we would look at the basement, we would listen for sounds in the basement, this is all before investigation time. We would EMF read the entire building, showing the hot spots where there's high EMF due to unshielded electronics. We would go around and check, we would do temperature scans of the entire area. And then once all that was done, we would go and investigate, and we would all take our phones, put them in airplane mode so they can't receive or do anything interfering with any of the meters that we have there. And I would say this, a lot of people say they don't believe in the paranormal. So Grant, what you're saying is that you don't believe in ghosts, but do you believe in the Holy Ghost? Because that is steeped in Christianity.
Whoa.
But that gets into a whole another realm. So what I'm saying is people will accept. Now, mind you, I'm a Christian. All right. Let me just put that right there. People will accept what's in the Bible written in this book on faith. But they won't accept some of the evidence that comes out of these other things like UAPs or the paranormal or the Bigfoot mystery or Loch Ness or any of the mysteries where there's some semblance of evidence. That's what I'm saying. So
Well, I have an area on my farm that I'm thinking about doing a video on when it warms up in the
That's true,
summertime.
Reverend Quantum Bigfoot.
And it's a depression area. It looks like a small sink, but it's just a lower spot, a depression that maybe drops down, I don't know, 8 to 10 feet from the surrounding land mass around it. And in the summertime, in the evening, you can walk down in that depression and you can feel a noticeable difference in the temperature. I mean, it's like, ooh, your skin just like, oh, wow, that's cold. And then when you walk up out of it, step on top of the hill, it's 8 or 10 feet in elevation difference. It's like, oh man, it's hot up here.
Right.
And
now,
I'm thinking
now,
about doing
Lori,
a video of that.
well, let me there put Gary Johnson's up, and then we'll go to Lori's next.
Gary says, Mr. Kulls, I did have the ghost of hell behind me just staring at me.
Okay,
So
can you
what?
star Lori's, because we're going to go back to that one.
Okay.
So I want to ask Gary, did this ghost?
What is that? I'm sorry, Steve. What is this? What is the ghost of hell? I don't understand this.
Hold on. I kind of understand what he's saying.
Okay,
It was like a
okay.
demonic type of spirit, so he calls it a ghost of hell.
Okay.
So let me ask you a question, Gary. Gary, when you saw this ghost staring at you, could you see its face completely, and could you see it from head to toe? Just a yes or a no. Or if there's a difference, let me know in the chat. And there's a reason why. So while we do that, while Gary answers that question, let's go to Lori's question.
Lori said, I live in a 150-year-old farmhouse.
No, it was the one about that's Get Ducked.
Okay, sorry.
That's all right.
Sorry. Is that one it?
No.
You put it up, Steve, because I don't know which one you're talking about.
All right,
babe.
hang
Go
on.
ahead.
Well, first, Gary said yes. Let me.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I got that started, Chris. So
I don't
okay.
understand.
So
Okay.
Gary, you said yes. You could see its face completely from head to toe, and it was completely clear. One other question: was it completely clear? You could make out every single detail of the face. There was no blurring of it or anything like that. Correct? That's very true, Mick. Everything gets a rectal exam within a mile of my research area. The beavers, the raccoons. Oh! Shoot.
Steve, you should open up the phone lines and let Gary call in and talk about this, because some of the
Chris,
stuff is new to me.
hang
What,
on.
man?
I got your. Hang on a second. Well, I ran with your idea. I ran with your idea. Hang on. You're gonna like this. You're gonna like this, and I think you'll all like this too. There it is, Chris. Just when you thought it was safe to take out the trash.
Oh, yes. That's probably already a movie, though. That's too good of an idea. That's cracking.
Sorry, I had to put that in there. Chris forgot about that one. Yeah, I was like, somebody was talking about Cocaine Bear.
Yes.
Sean Forker on his Facebook feed was talking about he's
Yes.
watching Cocaine Bear. And I said, you haven't seen the new exciting one, Crackoon. Yeah. Thank you, Chris, for that one. That was pretty good. I'll steal it.
I cannot believe it. Yes.
Okay, so Gary, here's the thing. And you're a biblical guy, I take it. So I'm going to visit this one very, very simple. And this is great. We're actually doing like a Fraser Crane on the air tonight. So as a trained demonologist, which I was, a lot of people don't know that either. Okay, what you saw was not from hell, was not demonic, because in the real life, the demonic or the devil, Satan, cannot create what God created. That's why when you look at things that are demonic, their faces are blurred or they're masked or partial, or you don't see them full body. When you see a full body, head to toe, clear as daylight, that is not from hell, because God only can create that image. So there's your answer for that.
Yeah, this is one of the questions I had too from Dan. He said, "Is there just one ghost of hell, or is there lots of them?" Or
Well, Ghost of Hell, there's no. I've never heard of it called Ghost of Hell.
is that just like a slang for like a demon or something, a bodiless spirit?
They're demons. Basically, what he's talking about, demonics, demons, stuff like that. He thinks and I understand that. Some people see a ghost, they think it's a demon automatically. It happens. So, Lori says, I am Christian and there is nothing under the sun paranormal. Bigfoot has always been on board and the Bible speaks of it. Are you talking about the Nephilim? So that's the question I have for Lori. Are you talking about the Nephilim?
No, I don't think necessarily that.
I think that's what she's talking about.
There's evidence of hairy people in the Bible.
Well, no.
Who was it that was?
The book of Esau.
Let me see.
Are you talking about the book of Esau?
No, it was. I'm trying to find it now.
Right.
One of them was born with hair, and I can't remember whose. I don't know if it was one of Noah's kids or was really hairy, But early humans were hairy, so we're talking thousands of years
hairy
ago.
for crying out loud.
Yeah, we're talking thousands of years ago.
Are you kidding? When I go to the barber, I say a little off the back. I mean a little off the back.
Exactly. I mean, I have enough. I could pass for a Neanderthal easily.
Okay, so Goliath is identified as a Philistine man from Gath, not anything else. A Philistine man from Gath.
Yeah.
A trained warrior, exceptionally large in stature. This description appears primarily in 1 Samuel 17, where he is called a man of war from his youth. The text never directly calls him an angelic being, demon, or supernatural creature. Why people question whether he was fully human comes from several factors. His extreme height, described as about 6 cubits in the span of Masoretic text, later reference to other giants from Gath, including his relatives. Earlier biblical mentions of Nephilim in Genesis 6 and Numbers 13.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
See, many scholars view Goliath as a human with gigantism, part of a known warrior cast amongst the Philistines, and a literary historical figure meant to contrast human strength with divine favor. So that.
Yeah, it was Esau. It was,
But the book of Esau is not in the Bible.
Isaac and Rebekah's son.
We've talked about that. The book of Esau is not in the Bible. Remember we did that whole show about the Nephilim. And that the Nephilim were wiped out with the flood of Noah's time.
No, honey, but let's talk about, that's from Genesis. Where it talks about Esau.
But
that
Esau,
he was born, he was reddish and covered in thick hair, resembling a fur coat or a hairy blanket at birth. So that was Esau, and that's in the book of Genesis. It's got to be in here somewhere. Esau, Genesis. I'm sorry, guys, but when something bothers me like this, I got to know. Yes, it's in Genesis. It's there. Genesis 25, 19 through 34, I think is what it's listed as. I believe that's right. But, I can remember, actually, you may not believe this, but I have read the Bible, from one end to the other and studied it in great detail in the Old Testament in college. But that stuff kind of leaves me because that's been, 30 years ago, okay? But, yeah, it was in Genesis. They're talking about the birth of Esau, who was very hairy. He was red and hairy. So that's kind of strange combination, you know. Well, obviously he's going to be red because of being born.
Oh, I'm sorry, not the book of Esau, the book of Enoch. So let me.
No.
Right,
This is from Genesis.
Right. So the book of Genesis describes Esau as a normal human being. Esau is the son of Isaac and Rebekah and the twin brother of Jacob. He was born hairy and later becomes a skilled hunter.
That's it.
He sells his birthright to Jacob for food and later loses the blessing given by Isaac. Esau becomes the ancestor of the Edomites. The Bible consistently treats him as fully human, mortal, and genealogical traceable.
Yes.
There is no mention of unusual size, supernatural abilities, altered DNA, or non-human origin.
No.
Later in the book of Obadiah and the book of Malachi speak of Edom in moral and political terms, not biological or supernatural ones. What the Bible says about the Nephilim, the book of Genesis 6:1-4, briefly mentions the Nephilim before the flood. They are described as being on the earth when the sons of men took wives from the daughters of men. They were also called mighty men of old and men of renown. The passage is short and provides no physical description, no height, no skeletal traits, and no genetic explanation. Nephilim again are mentioned in the book of Numbers 13 through the report of spies who describe them as giants and say they felt like grasshoppers by comparison. This statement is part of a fearful report and is not presented as a verified measurement or biological analysis. What is not in the Bible is that there is no verse that says Esau was a Nephilim, that there is no verse that says Esau was a giant. There is no verse that said Esau or the Edomites were non-human. There is no verse that links Nephilim bloodlines to Esau. There is no verse that says Nephilim survived the flood through a family line. There is no verse that describes Nephilim as a fallen angel, hybrids in scientific or anatomical terms.
Yeah.
There is no verse that connects Nephilim to Bigfoot. Giants today, red hair, 6 fingers, or supernatural abilities. Where the claim comes from is most modern claims come from sources outside of the Bible, mainly the book of Enoch, a medieval Jewish folklore and later speculative theology. These writings are not part of the biblical canon in Judaism or most Christian traditions and do not override the biblical text. So that is the flat line on the Nephilim.
Right. Yeah, we have evidence of hairy people or a hairy person in the Bible.
Right.
But it doesn't say there's anything magical about him or anything like that. Had a rough time, though, Esau. Sure did.
Okay, let's get back to the Bigfoot year in review.
It's interesting. Good topic. But we don't want to get too close to religion. You know, we're kind of leaning over on that side of the scale a little bit.
And Gary, if you need help with this, email me over at admin@squatchdetective.com. I'll talk you how to fix all your problems. From a paranormal
I may have to take you up on that then. oh, paranormal. Okay. Yeah.
So anyway,
yeah. What's that?
Well, anywho.
Do not change the report and word to live by. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Lori, it's a good rule book for life. It's a good rule book for how to live. Sure is.
Okay. Well,
yes, that's true.
We lost quite a bunch in our viewership here today talking about this.
Sorry, guys. Yes, we don't do that.
We don't normally talk about that, but
don't talk about religion. But we started talking about ghosts and then Bible things, and then Bigfoot, and then is Bigfoot in the Bible? And well, there is evidence of hairy people in the Bible. Doesn't say Bigfoot.
And there's evidence of hairy people in the world.
Yes,
I mean, you ever go to a Greek restaurant and see the cook?
Corn Cob say Daniel Boone killed a Bigfoot. That was the claim. Yes, he killed a Yahoo. They called it a Yahoo.
So something we do once a year here.
Shot it in
Something we do once a year here is we take a look back, and it's now the 10 o'clock hour. And for those who dropped out, they're going to miss this.
Yep.
But we do have a little tribute. Let's talk about the latter half of the year. We seem to have lost a lot of good people, good friends,
Yeah.
good researchers. And it just continued on through the holidays. Didn't stop. That's the downside of 2025, which kind of makes 2026 look like a happier year coming up. So I will say this. Every year we do a little something to remember those we have lost and those we forget. So each person here, when they show up, I just want you to say a silent prayer for them. Say your goodbyes and remember and honor their memories. Here we go.
They walked where the maps went quiet, past the roads and the easy light, through rain-soaked leaves and cold riverbeds, listening close where the wild still speaks. They carried questions, not answers, and patience worn like boots. Every print in the mud a promise that truth is earned, not assumed.
They never chase the spotlight.
They follow tracks instead.
Measured every story carefully.
Let the evidence lead ahead. These footsteps do not fade.
They're written in the ground,
In plaster cast, in field notes, in the silence after sound. Though some have crossed the timberline beyond the campfire flame, the trail they cut through time and doubt is the footsteps that remain. Some brought science to the forest. Some brought wisdom earned by years. Some stood guard against the nonsense. Some gave witnesses a voice without fear. They argued hard but fair. Let the data have its say. Truth mattered more than ego every single day. They taught us how to look closer, how to doubt and still believe,
that wonder and discipline together
are how answers are retrieved. These footsteps do not fade.
They're written in the ground,
In frequency charts and journals, in what we still haven't found. Though the radios have gone silent and some tents stand empty now, the path forward is lit by them. We follow anyhow. From mountain laps to forest floors, from primate bones to midnight knocks, from careful words to hard critique, from long hikes back to worn out trucks. They asked the questions others wouldn't, stood their ground when it got loud. They left us more than theories, they showed us how.
These footsteps do not fade.
They echo through the years in every cast born from the earth in discipline, doubt, and honest fear. When the night feels long and lonely and pro feels just out of range, we remember why we started, these footsteps that remain. So we shoulder backs and carry on, with respect for what came before. Because the forest remembers them, every trail, every door.
Oh man, what a rough year. So many. And it's hard to think, that we're only here for a certain amount of time, and always try to make a difference. So while we're here,
Yeah.
and they did, every one of them. And Bill Green, what a great guy. Pure heart of gold.
He was the goodwill ambassador.
Yes, he was.
Thank you, Nightwalker. I appreciate that. Bill was the goodwill ambassador.
Yeah.
There was not a... There wasn't a blog talk show where he wouldn't call in.
Yeah.
And wish everybody well and
Yeah.
say, how's the research? What's new with research?
Right.
And, he had obviously some developmental disability capability,
Sure. Yeah.
and, but that didn't mean a thing. And the beautiful thing is the Bigfoot community embraced him,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
regardless of where you stood,
That's right.
which,
Yeah, Billy didn't have any enemies. No. What a great guy. Great guy.
and, I think, about Dr. Jeff, thinking about Jeff.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I really got to know him a few years ago at Chautauqua
Yeah.
Lake. We spent the weekend in a condo unit on the lake, and
Yeah.
we breakfast, lunch, in the 3 squares a day. We spent together for a few days and got to know each other, and it was a wonderful experience.
Just a wealth of information. My God.
And the others that are on this program that I do not know, their reputations precede them by their friends.
Right.
And what their friends said about them.
Oh.
I don't think that, when you lose Henry Fahrenbach, Wally Hersham, Jeff Meldrum, Dr. Jane Goodall, and Steve Streifert, and Stephen was another one,
Yeah.
hours and hours. We worked on some stuff in about 10 years ago. That's how I got to know him very well.
Yeah.
And that poor man, the last years of his life were tragic. I mean, the burning down of his bookstore and his home. A lot of people didn't understand, and that was his home too. He lived above the bookstore.
Yes.
Or lived next to in the bookstore, right?
Terrible. The last few years of his life were very difficult, very difficult. Not the rosy time of his life, and then now it's gone. So he did some hard living there last few years.
He did. But he never stopped running that coalition page over on Facebook.
Right.
Which can be at times a little grinding, but kept things honest.
Yeah.
And that is the most important thing in the world.
Well, that was one of the things that I wanted to do if I could ever get out to the Pacific Northwest was, I had stopped by his bookstore and meet him in person and, buy some books. And, of course, that never happened.
And God knows what treasures he had in that bookstore that were lost in the fire.
Yeah. Good stuff. Oh, man.
And it's just, I bounce all around, and then I think about Jeff and all his stuff he had going on, and he was in the process of digitalizing all the casts in his collection, which thankfully have all now are in the possession of Cliff Barrickman.
Yeah.
So they were passed off to,
That's good.
Cliff, is an academic. He was a school teacher, as you were, Chris.
Yeah. Well, with no, I wasn't full time. Okay, I was just a part time student teaching. Maybe substitute at best would be a very nice thing to call me. But now, Stroford was something. No time for nonsense either.
Mr. Bennett, please report to the cafeteria. Mr. Bennett to the cafeteria.
I'm on my way. Yeah. Well, when I was teaching, I had Scott as one of my students, and he said, "Hey, Chris, what's going on?" Yeah. Hey, it's Mr. Bennett. Mr. Bennett. But while we're in school,
and you know what, Lori? Oh, there was a perfect comment by Lori there. Steve was sometimes difficult, but because he believed in what he did.
Yeah.
As am I. As any. See, what drives me insane is the most firebranded of people. And I'm one of them. Let's not mince words here. We're just passionate. We're very passionate. We're very studied, very learned on what our craft is and what we do here. And I'm very passionate about what I believe. I'm very passionate about this mystery being solved. And that is, and there's another thing, get ducked. Another beautiful comment there about Stephen. A lot of people don't know. Yeah. He helped him with his master's thesis via email. Yeah. So
yeah, I don't think the Bluff Creek project would have existed without him either.
And as a real world investigator, I'm very black and white on a lot of things.
Yeah.
And when I say I truly miss people like Meldrum and Stroifert and even Bill Green, to the point where these people would never, I never have to worry about my back with those folks.
Yeah.
They are straight shooters. All of them.
And Grant said, what about the positive things for 2025? You got above 9K subscribers?
That's right. Oh,
another book.
That's very true, Grant. Let's roll
multiple
into the positive.
Books.
We're now at over 9,000 subscribers.
Yeah. Steve got on a roll there, man. He was putting them books out right and left this year.
How many books did I write this year? 1,
3, wasn't it?
2, 3,
4, 3, 4. I think it's 3.
3.
I think so. Yeah,
3 books back to back.
Oh.
First one was the 400-page book, and then I wrote a couple of what I figured were like addendum type of books.
Well, actually, you did. You updated the. Oh God.
What would Sasquatch do? Volume 2.
One of them available in a hardcover now. Too. Yeah.
Yep, they're all available in hardcover or softcover, whichever you prefer.
But that's three brand new ones and 1 updated. That counts as 4 as well as
and look at the folks I got to meet this year. I got to meet Susie Monster. I got to meet Grant.
Yeah.
Grant Rocha, which was a complete pleasure having him around, as well as Susie. Great to have you guys around. It was a lot of fun, and hope to do it next year.
And Lori says, I butt heads and believe in fighting for what you believe too, Steve. Really like you and Chris for this. Also, I'm 64. Kind of don't care what people think about what and who I like. Thank you, Lori. Back at you. We appreciate you.
So there was a lot of positivity to this year, and we're just steamrolling into next year. Now, Grant said, is there another book on the horizon? Well, I do have one book partially written, but it's not about Bigfoot.
Bum, bum, bum.
Bum, bum, bum.
This is new to me. I'm hearing this for the first time, just like
I
you
don't think
guys.
so. I think you may have forgotten.
Oh. Maybe it's one of your older ideas that you've brought back to fruition.
Well, I'm like 7 or 8
older
chapters
ideas?
into my book about the Zodiac Killer.
Oh, okay. No. I got you. Yeah. No. Yeah. I understand now.
And I'm also a few chapters into the Datloff Pass book, too. So there's a couple other, like, specific books
Yeah.
that I'm writing, too. But I kind of put them on the back burner a bit when all this other stuff started coming to light. And then I got into the talking circuit, and then it's been And then when the talking circuit ended, all of a sudden this big revelation came, and we had to roll into the science study.
Yeah.
And, I took a little break from that, and we're going to pick it back up in January, just because I needed to reset my mind and not get myself so tunnel visioned. Because sometimes what happens is when you do research, is you can get tunnel vision, and I didn't want to do that. So the best thing to do is step away for a little bit and then come back in.
Yeah.
That's very true, Mick. Nobody tried to off anybody or unalive somebody this year. Remember a few years back, we had that woman that was Todd Standing's agent in North Carolina or South Carolina, wherever the hell it was. She ended up shooting at her boyfriend and got put into... Yeah, she ended up doing a couple of years. I don't know if she's in or out. I think she's out now, but...
That was high drama stuff going on there. It sure was.
Yeah, that was something. I mean, we've seen some other classic fights like the Terra Hockey Eric Beckshard fight many years ago.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh my God, I hope that blog is still available online. If it's, go back to the Wayback Machine and look and see if it is, folks. It's worth a read. Boy, that was a good one. And you gotta love, it's from Eric Beckshard. Okay. So
Grant, actually, I believed that one of my folks was going to be there, but he ended up not making it. As far as next time we should leave some vehicle and a camper at the research site.
yeah.
Oh, we had done that the year before, but this year, for whatever reason, Jimbo wasn't there for that. But he was there for the New York Bigfoot Conference. But Jimbo actually positioned himself up there while we were all having dinner, and sat. As soon as the festivities ended, he went up there because he didn't care about the calling contest. And he went up there, sat up there, and held the area for us. So he held the line.
I would love to get up there, Grant, and believe me, I'm looking.
Doug says, "Oh, I forgot about those two. Epic, yeah, that was the."
I mean, you will laugh out loud, literally, while reading this blog. It is hilarious.
Oh yeah, you hear all about Eric and.
Oh yeah.
And Tara and yeah.
Is there any way we could do a show where we read this blog on over the air?
We'll find it and we'll read it something. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. That's a
we
good
need
idea.
to preserve it for historical sake here, because if it's still available, it's probably on the Wayback Machine on the internet, because I'm sure it's probably not current.
Weird.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. From the man himself.
So, you know what? Ammon Chris, I don't see Ammon. He was here earlier, but this one's for you, Ammon Chris.
Joan, get me a Snapple.
There you go. That's for you because you're always asking for the. Yeah, Duck says do it. Yes, we will. I think we will do that. We'll try to see if we can find it. I can probably.
Oh boy, it's good. Well, the Reverend said one of his favorite subjects was the Zodiac and DB Cooper. DB Cooper, that's another thing.
Yeah.
That's kind of strange because every so often you hear about people finding cash that was decomposed from
Well, they found those burned bills too. But I don't think Reverend Quantum Bigfoot's seen the video I did on the Zodiac.
Oh, the Zodiac, yeah.
Remember I did the video because
You're right.
we...
Yeah.
What we did was we put all the deciphered ciphers into ChatGPT to see if it could come up with the cipher
For the
for
unsolved.
The name,
Yeah.
for the unsolved cipher with the name. And it came out with the name, and when I saw it, I fell off my chair. And then I had to recheck it with both Grok and Claude to reconfirm and confirm that it was all legit.
Yep.
And it was all legit. I used 3 different AI models, and everything was sound and solid, and it was just what we expected. It was a play on fucking words, pardon my French, that we would have expected with the Zodiac Killer to give a hint, but not quite the hint. But it pointed directly to one man. No, I didn't say Chris Bennett did it. No,
not this one. No. But yeah, I was really impressed with that. And matter of fact, I thought, God, this is going to be on CNN. This is going to be
nobody paid any
freaking
mind.
news. But
and I even put it out to the San Francisco Chronicle. Didn't care.
I guess it's not a big story anymore, Or they're waiting for someone else to come up with it. Oh, maybe National Geographic. That would be another one. NatGeo.
Gary, we know Bigfoot's real name. It's Daryl. Remember, he said that on that commercial. My name is Daryl. Remember, he told Flo.
What was it? This is Daryl. This is my other brother, Daryl.
No, that was
two Daryls.
Newhart.
Newhart.
Remember, there was the
Newhart.
There was the progressive commercial where Flo met Bigfoot. It's okay, Bigfoot. My name's not Bigfoot. It's Daryl.
Yeah. Oh, Grant. I don't know, honey. Probably, I would say a minimum it'll cost me about $12,000 because that's about the cheapest RV that I've seen. Not doing airplanes. No.
Yeah. Of course, we lost Bob Newhart too.
Yeah. Well, he didn't. Did he die in 2025? I don't think so. Did he? Oh gosh, you got to look it up now.
Saying we're so.
Well, I can't. I don't feel bad about not keeping up with everyone's death in the world. That's
Oh, he died July of 2024.
2024. Yeah.
So. Not this year.
Yeah. Yeah, 2024.
So this year,
some of the classic stuff is just awesome. I love.
Well, just yesterday we lost Bridget Bardot.
Oh no!
Yep, she was 91.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Well, okay, yeah, of course. That's the thing.
We know Val Kilmer passed away this year.
Yeah, I hated that.
Rob Reiner, who is, that was horrible.
Yeah, that was no comment. That was horrible. But
that was horrible. Diane Keaton.
Oh, I didn't know that. No.
Gene Hackman.
Oh yeah, I knew that. That was horrible too. It's terrible.
Michelle Trachtenberg.
Oh.
Now, if you don't know who she is, she was known for Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and she was also the girl, the main female lead in the movie Euro Trip, which I loved. Oh. Loretta Swit passed away this year.
I missed that, Mick, because my chat would not scroll up, so I missed it.
Did you hear me? Loretta Swit that died this year.
From MASH.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hot Lips Houlihan. And, of course, George Wendt.
Oh, gosh.
But you know what's missing from this list who also died this year?
What?
Robert Redford.
Oh, I didn't know that. No.
He passed away this year, too.
I don't keep up with the Hollywood deaths, I'm just dreading when Clint Eastwood passes because that was my whole childhood watching Clint Eastwood westerns, the spaghetti westerns especially. I love those things. And we had like one channel and they played them every weekend too. So it's like, that's what I had for entertainment.
And it's already been over a year since James Earl Jones died. And the voice of Darth Vader. Or I love him on Coming to America. My son works.
Yeah.
I did that actually pretty good, actually.
Oh, man, yeah. He was awesome. I think I remember seeing an interview and they were asking him about when he did the Star Wars voice for Darth Vader in the first movie.
Luke,
asking
I
him,
am your father.
He said, yeah, it was just some voiceover work I did. He said, I think he got paid like $3,000 or $6,000 or something like that. It was nothing.
You're damn straight. The paycheck was a lot bigger in The Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, you bet it was. You bet it was. Yeah. Iconic voice. Very distinctive voice that man had. Oh gosh, I wish I had his voice. That would be wonderful. But don't get me wrong. I'm just happy I can talk, okay? There are people out there that can't.
Let's also remember that we also lost Hulk Hogan this year.
Yeah, that's terrible.
And Sabu. Remember the wrestler Sabu? I don't know if you remember Sabu. He was a Extreme Championship wrestling guy.
Sabu. This guy from Samoa? Was he one of the Samoans?
No. He actually, his name was Eric Brunk.
Okay.
But he portrayed...
Probably from Queens.
Yeah, I think he was, actually. But he was, he was a Hall of Famer, because of his ECW work. David Prowse, I think he died last year. Malcolm Jamal Warner also died this year, too. Did David Prowse die this year or last year? I thought David died last year.
Oh, well, I didn't know this. Trackway says the guy who played Darth Vader physically actually had a voice like Mike Tyson.
Yeah, not like Mike Tyson. It was a little higher pitched. But.
Yeah. Sabu played an Arab. Okay.
Poncho, good night, sir. By the way, Chris, it's at the hour and a half mark. I think we've done enough for tonight.
Yeah.
And I haven't done really much of an expose, but wanted to thank everybody for coming on. Everybody. Want to wish everybody a happy new year. And of course, this is the last podcast of the year. 2025, Chris, it's in the books.
Be careful on New Year's Eve, guys. Hang in there. It was a good year. Some loss, some positive things, but a lot of negatives. But we work with what we got.
How are you? Good to see you out
What?
there lurking.
Well, thanks everybody for joining us tonight. We appreciate you. Looks like our same old crew has been here. I think I saw some new names in there too.
Yeah, it's always good to see some new names.
Yeah,
Welcome.
it is. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do so. It helps us out with the algorithm, and Lord knows we need help with that. Smash the thumbs up button. Share it if you can. Everything helps. And I don't know if we have a hype button on the channel, but on the video, but if there is, smash the hype button. Do what you can to help us get this stuff out. Yep. We appreciate you guys.
And for all our new folks including, who is it there? Nightwalker, welcome.
Nightwalker, yeah.
Make yourself at home. Just remember, your last one out has to turn the lights off and lock up. But
thank you guys. We appreciate you, and we know we got the greatest audience we could ever hope to have. And we're humbled by you hanging out with us. Thank you so much.
And folks, we're going to be coming at you next Friday night with a whole new outlook. What we're going to be doing for 2026, because there's some things and ideas a brewing. So, folks,
Friday
I wish
the
everybody
5th. Okay.
A happy and safe week. We'll see you all Friday night on the flip side of the new year. Guys, everybody have a great New Year's Eve. Embrace your family. Love who you are. God bless. Keep healthy. And of course, guys, keep on squatching. We'll see you here next year.
We thank you for being here with us on Squatch-D TV. If you haven't taken the time yet, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And oh yes, hit that notification bell too. We don't want you to miss anything. If you really like our content, you should consider becoming a member, and it's really inexpensive and a great way to support not only the show, but honest Bigfoot research. Everyone have a great week. Be safe and God bless. We will see you all here next time on Squatch-D TV. Keep on squatching.